For what?
I would like to sit down and talk to you about maybe coming back on, but me just being a salesperson for you and stuff like that, running roofing deals that I still will have up here in Colorado Springs.
You know,
That is
Eddie,
under no contract.
we got a super strict policy. Anybody who's left the organization to go work for anyone else,
Uh-huh.
we just don't hire them back, man. Like, everybody gets one shot here, you know?
I understand. I believed in Skip, and I shouldn't have.
Yeah,
I fucked up.
I mean,
It was
I
my
feel
own
like
fault.
everybody who left kind of had that same theory. They were like, oh man, let's follow Skipper, and, you know.
But you know me, I wasn't. I swear to God, I wasn't. And until he told me that it was all going to fall apart, and I was like, whatever, I'm just not, I don't want to work for Interstate. I didn't like Interstate. I don't like Scott. I don't trust him in any situation, even though it's not Scott. In this situation, it was with Skipper, and in this situation, and Dan, and stuff like that. The only thing that scared me was when I talked to you, I asked you if I would have a chance to be the roofing manager, and you were like, yeah. And then the next day you promoted that other guy. So then I was like, so he is right. I'm going to get fucking fired, and I'm going to be screwed anyways.
Yeah, no, I was never planning on firing you, man. Like, I don't fire people. It takes a lot to get fired from Gates. You know, and to be honest, there was like a small group of guys that left. I don't really know what happened all there because, I mean, we're alive and thriving, but, you know.
Yeah.
So you said you're in Colorado Springs?
Yeah, I live in Colorado Springs. That's where my fiance lived, and I moved up there. So I did a lot of work, and I have neighbors, which I have not signed under nobody because I haven't worked for Interstate since basically November. And I just been working for a solar company now. But I have guys now because they knew that we got my roof done and stuff like that, that they have their roofs. And one of them just met with their adjuster, and we just got it bought. But he's under no contract with nobody. You know me. I don't sign a person and take them away. I gave you guys everything. I never took one deal. I'm just not that person. I've never been that person. I'm just not going to be that person. But they're not under no contract whatsoever.
And Interstate didn't want the deal?
What?
I said
Interstate doesn't even know about it. They don't know the name. They don't know nothing.
I know, but why wouldn't you just take it over there?
Because I ain't doing nothing with Interstate. Oh. I got burned by Interstate really bad in November. And when they let Skip go, because they let Skip and Robert go, and then they just destroyed everything that I did. I mean, like, I carried their whole Colorado Springs office this year. Oh, wow. And because Fountain got hit. And so I basically carried that whole office. Oh, wow. And stuff like that. And so I was we just got the adjustment bought and stuff like that, and I was just thinking of who I could take this deal through and make some kind of agreement, and I'm probably going to have a couple other neighbors as soon as it warms up. Okay. It wasn't like it's going to be like me doing a whole, like, coming in and everything unless you want me to and stuff like that, because I already know the situation. I mean, I fucked up. I believed in somebody and I believed in his word, and I shouldn't have. And stuff like that, because he had no power whatsoever. I mean, he did nothing from the time he left from your company with Interstate, and all he did was get paid. Him and Robert. And they did nothing. I mean, the first thing they did me was send me to Albuquerque and train their whole fucking team for fucking 3 weeks. Yeah. Out in Albuquerque. And stuff like that. It was just it was just a bad situation. And it wasn't Scott, because Scott it wasn't involved. All Scott did was ask me to go to Albuquerque. And me, I was like, all right, he made the money worthwhile for me to go out there and train everybody, because they opened an office out there and they had a peace-ice storm and wanted to have their salespeople know how to sell and all that stuff. And that's what I did. And stuff like that. And then I got back here, and then Fountain and Colorado Springs area got hit. So I just worked up in Fountain and Colorado Springs the whole summer.
Yeah, no, I mean, I had heard from a couple of the other guys that ended up leaving, like, yeah, Skipper wasn't really doing much. He was just kind of trying to ride the coattails and bringing all these guys over.
Exactly, and that's all it was about, and stuff like that. And it was just like, all right. I mean, they go in, and so they fired. So Tuesday, we had a meeting in November, and Tuesday, and they're beginning of the month, and they're talking about having running teams and wanting me to be at this meeting and have everybody under all these other guys that they want to have in Colorado Springs all under me, everything. And like, it was nothing, like everything was okay. Well, Thursday, they get, Skip and Robert get let go. Friday, I don't get paid. And so then I go down and I talk to Steve on Monday, and they're like, yeah, we're just canceling the whole thing on the contract on it. And I was like, well, you guys, I carried your whole entire fucking office and everything else. And so they made, like, I was supposed to get into the 60% stuff, but they made it pretty much every single deal that we got done, we made no money on it. And that's why I don't get paid that way and stuff like that. They're like, yeah, if you're 14% and stuff like that, and minusing these fees and doing this and all that, you don't get nothing. I'm like, dude, that's why I don't get paid this stupid shit and stuff like that. So I've done all this work and that, and now I've made no money for fucking 2 months. And I was just like, all right, fuck it. I'm done with it. I don't care. I never talked to Scott. I never said a word. I just said I was done. And I just got on with a solar company, and that's what I've been doing, is selling solar.
Oh. All right. Well, yeah. Let me give you a shout a little bit later, and maybe we'll figure it out. So you said you're going to be up here on Thursday or something?
Yeah, because I have a couple appointments for solar on Thursday, so I just wanted to come in and sit down and see if I can work out something with you and stuff. And I mean, like I said, I apologize. I mean, I listened to somebody I shouldn't have, but you understand the situation I was in too, and I didn't know who to believe and stuff like that, because he was the one that got me hired. But I said I was going to stay. Me and Edward both were going to stay, because we didn't want nothing to do with with Interstate. And then when you did that, I was like, well, I guess Skip is right. And if I don't go now, I'm going to be an idiot and pass up the $20,000 that they offered for me to come over.
Yeah, and stuff like that. I heard so they're not doing so good over there.
I have no clue. Like I said, I'm not doing shit with them. I haven't done nothing. I wasn't down here in the Denver office whatsoever. I was up in the Colorado Springs office, and I carried everything in Colorado Springs. It was me and my daughter, Ashley, that sold everything for Colorado Springs. We taught the Colorado Springs office the way that I do it, and it was at least performing and stuff like that. And then, it became November, like every fucking roofing company that I've ever been in a situation that they just don't carry on through after they get to all their summer deals. It's like, okay, now we got to cut costs.
Yeah.
And that's what I understand, but I understood. But after I got back from Albuquerque, I wasn't with Skip no more. And I wasn't part of his team. I wasn't a part of nothing. I was like, dude, I'm done with this. And stuff like that. All the promises that were supposed to come on, that everybody was supposed to be under me and not you, because you were supposed to be the regional manager and all this stuff. And when they had hurricanes, that you were supposed to go and stuff like that. And then I was going to be running all the employees and that we set up, and that didn't happen. And I was just like, yeah, fuck you, Skip. I'm not involved in this. And I made my own thing down in Colorado Springs.
Damn.
And I
heard he went back to like Texas or something.
Yep, he's back in Texas. And that's all I know is I don't talk to him. And me and him don't talk. We haven't talked for a long while, because it just was all lies and stuff like that. And I even told him, I go, dude, it wasn't that you just fucked me in this situation. You fucked my son. You fucked my daughter. I bring my daughter on into this. And for something that you didn't have any control in this situation. And I was like, dude, it's not, I don't mind me being fucked. I can overcome it because I can get hired at almost any roofing company there is. And I have I'm 20 years experience. I know how to teach people how to sell. I know how to make people money. That's how I've always been and stuff. But now you fucking got my daughter getting fucked over and stuff like that. I'm like, that's just not the right thing and stuff like that. And luckily, my daughter found a different job. She's with a different company with solar, and Edward is with the same company I'm with now. Oh, in fact, Edward's the one that found it and stuff like that. And he's running pretty much everything. All I am is a technical salesperson because I just started with them.
Damn, I feel like you guys had it good over, Tyler was always talking about how you guys had a pretty good deal over here. That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. I'm 100%. I agree. Everything that we had going, and that's what I don't understand with fucking Skip. And I asked him that. I go, dude, I don't understand what the fuck you did. We just got the fucking thing going where we were getting the fucking appointments. We were getting sales in the fucking thing. And you're just going to fucking crush that and leave? What the fuck is your problem? And stuff like that. And that's when he told me, oh, Drew doesn't have money. He doesn't have this. You're not going to get paid. You're not going to go. And I was like, you know what, dude? Until I don't get to that point, because I don't follow people, I'm a fucking person that will stand on my own. And I don't need someone to cover me. It was just being, like I told you, I said I was sane. And when I said that, I really meant it because I thought that if you would have just did an interview with me and told me, you know what, the other guy, I don't have to pay him, that would have been cool. But at least I would have got at least a chance at it. And then when I didn't get that opportunity and the next day you'd go, I'm like, fuck, Skip's right. I'm fucked.
Yeah, I think the reason that he tried to get you over there is because he was getting paid per guy that he brought over there. I mean...
correct. And Scott already had plans for me. Going to Albuquerque. He already knew that I would be able to turn Albuquerque and train these guys and do everything right and show them how they did it. I mean, I was out there for like 2 weeks, but a lot of days were raining. And I think we worked 5 days, and I sold 18 deals in those 5 days.
Yeah.
With pea-sized fucking hell. And they all got bought because they're all fucking old roofs and stuff like that. But we had like 60 some roofs that we got on that had no damage. That we called no damage. And it was just like, damn. Because out there, it's a whole different breed. And out there, doors have never been knocked. Oh yeah, you want to look at our roof? Yeah, go ahead. Every fucking roof. It was the most easiest door knock in the fucking world. Albuquerque is a whole different world.
Right. Yeah,
and stuff like that.
That's all I really knew is like, one day I just woke up and like 10 guys freaking followed Skipper over to Interstate, and I couldn't really figure out why, but then I figured out after the fact that everybody was getting paid, but Skipper was making something on every single one of those.
I think that's what exactly. I don't know. Like I said, after I went to Albuquerque and I come back and everything changed with him, I went up and then Fountain got hit. I just stayed up in Colorado Springs. I talked to the general manager up at running Colorado Springs, and me and Ashley, my daughter, we just worked up there. Yeah. Edward never really went up there. I think he sold one deal, but he didn't like the drive.
Man, I hope that guy's doing good, that Edward. I really liked that guy, man. I thought he had a future over here.
He's fucking smart. He's fucking really smart, and he knows what to do. And I still think we could have done a lot of things with the fucking solar system, because solar is becoming so much easier to sell before a year ago when we were over there selling. I mean, it's like fucking candy now. Yeah. Because the fucking Excels went up so much. We're actually and the rates for the interest rates for the loans have dropped.
Yeah.
And that's so the percentage, so we're actually now putting in like one deal that I just sold today. His bill was $171 a month, and I just made it $154.
Oh, wow.
He's saving $20 a month. Not when we were adding like $10 to $20 a month on their payment. Now their payments are dropping.
Oh wow, yeah, that's crazy. All right, well, fuck, I got another call coming in, man. I'll have to give you a call a little bit later, though.
All right, call me and let me know, and then just tell me a time if we can meet on Thursday. That would be awesome.
All right, man. I'll see you later.
All right, sounds good. Later. Bye.